I used to be a fanboy. Not for singers like Justin Bieber or awesome cars like Lamborghinis, but rather for magic. I could still remember the magical spells that filled the air in my fantasy world. I was waving my wand, casting spells on people. I turned my insecure brother into Prince Charming, my shy sister into a Greek goddess, and my scrawny self into a Power Ranger. Yes, I know, it didn't work. But in short, I tried to fix all my problems through effortless magic. One problem that magic couldn't fix was the demons that encouraged my father to drink every day and left my mother weeping. Another problem that magic couldn't fix was the death of my two uncles because of alcohol addictions. Another problem was the tears that swelled in my eyes after a quote-unquote necessary beating. From here, the problems kept snowballing, and just like that, magic no longer became part of my life. This happened in 6th grade. It didn't put me into a state of sadness, but rather gave me a desire to seek more. A kindled fire that was softly awoken on a makeshift bed with my family savings across from me. I was 12, untying headbands from stacks of bills, counting them one by one. Goosebumps started crawling up my arms because my father chided me for being a financial burden. I was told to get a job, but I knew that my frail body couldn't endure heat over 100 degrees while I handpicked blueberries in the fields. I needed a better solution, and I found it in education. But who would support me along the way? It couldn't be my mother or father who dropped out in the 6th grade. It couldn't be my sister who was overburdened with making sure we stayed alive in a violent neighborhood. And it couldn't be my uncle who didn't know any English like many of my family members. But right when I was about to give up and accept my fate, I found AVID. AVID became my new magic, except this time it channeled reality, passion, and above all, aid to my future education. No longer was I waiting for a magical spell to lift me, but rather I was learning about the bright future that waited for me. One where if I continued to be determined, I could be the first in my family to attend college. One where if I continued to stay resilient, I could advance in life regardless of my hardships. And one where if I continued to take initiative and view life with a positive outlook, I could flourish independently with the support of my loved ones. Advancement via individual and determination are all core values of AVID, and my admiration gushes for the program. At my school, however, 2 AVID teachers pushed me beyond any limits I saw possible. I would first like to publicly recognize my freshman and current AVID teacher, Ms. Maslin, who unfortunately couldn't make it today. Although her class starts at the crack of dawn, she has an upbeat energy that is contagious. I could also remember Ms. Maslin giving me a Smarties candy on the first day of AVID because she saw potential in me. No one has believed in me like her, and I thank her so much for it. Because what better way is there to live life than having someone supporting you every day? Aside from my current AVID teacher, I would like to thank my former AVID teacher, Ms. Lim. Ms. Lim, can you please stand up so you can be notably recognized? She is the only teacher that knows my full story, background, and morals because I fully trust her. Her daily AVID class was one I always looked forward to, regardless of whether we had to do CSGs, community building, scholarship applications, or even temperature checks. She was a remarkable teacher that taught me the value of resilience and to not let my background hinder me from applying to some of the most competitive colleges in the nation. I will always be beyond grateful for having Ms. Lim as my teacher, mentor, and friend. Both teachers, like no other, have made a huge change at Reynolds High School. Although extremely diverse and inclusive, my high school is home to many students with a low socioeconomic status. Yet, this hasn't let the AVID program steer away from helping Reynolds students and believing in the Raider community. It has made the AVID program more open to helping students from these backgrounds thrive. I am one of those students who AVID believed in, even though my circumstances made it seem nearly impossible for me to achieve the dream of attending college. This is because AVID knows that the most ambitious and college-bound students are hidden in the most unexpected places. Although the teachers of the AVID program have been magnificent, I have deep praise for its emphasis on encouraging students to be instrumental members of their community. Before 7th grade, I was never involved in extracurriculars, but after joining AVID, I was highly encouraged to do so. Now, I serve as president of my school's tutoring club, where I inspire others to have a can-do attitude when tackling an academic or a social problem. And I serve as president of my senior class to cast a light on all the cultures, genders, and ethnicities at Reynolds. AVID is what pushed me to lead these activities and step out of my opaque bubble while still balancing numerous AP classes. AVID is what made me an extrovert who always wanted to know more about people, uplift them, and create a family bond. And AVID sparked that same hope I had in magic as a kid, but this time, it was real. I am beyond excited to announce that I will be continuing my education at the University of Southern California on a full ride scholarship. Thank you. Never once in my life did I believe that I, a low-income, first-generation Hispanic student, could attend such a top-tier school. But thanks to AVID, I'm doing it. Because without AVID, I would have never had the courage to take my first ever AP class, a family to lean back on whenever I felt everything falling apart, or found the strength to persevere in my academics and social life. AVID changed my life, not just by providing me with the resources to obtain scholarships or admissions letters, but to inspire others. AVID is the source of all my successes, and in a way, I'm a fanboy for the program. I'm aware that in life, everyone struggles and some hardships are worse than others. So with that, I refuse to hold a grudge against my circumstances. Instead, I remain thankful for joining AVID. It has given me the critical thinking, problem-solving, and resilience skills needed to propel me in life. These values and skills were developed because of AVID, and the program continues to add on to my ever-evolving character. Now, I'll continue putting faith into AVID, no longer magic, to change my world and the world of others for the better, so everyone can imagine what's possible. Thank you.